I was amazed, excited, if I'm honest, a bit terrified, but genuinely thrilled when I saw the level of reaction we had to the announcement that we were going to launch Music and Wellbeing, and all of your presence here is evidence of that. There's clearly a great deal of interest in the potential of music to meet with our everyday and extraordinary well-being challenges. I and my wonderful colleagues and students at Music and Wellbeing are dedicated to expanding our knowledge of how music can support well-being through translational research. So that's directly solving problems and providing guidance for key stakeholders. We're keen to work with our community partners wherever possible and aim to contribute our findings right back to those people who support us. The University of Sheffield has always had a stellar reputation for its integration with its city, right back to the days when it was founded by the community. 110 years ago, this university was chartered, this very building, in the May of 1905. So, what do we mean by well-being? Health, happiness, a sense of achievement and contentment, a state of mind and body where people can thrive. Well-being is not something that is purely limited to people who are facing extraordinary challenges in their lifestyle, health, or personal circumstances. Everybody here has a level of well-being. Music so often forms an intuitive part of our well-being management. Music to pick us up, music to calm us down, music to heal our sorrows. Our aim, through research, is to move from this level of intuitive application of music through to informed use in our communities, to take the next step in the understanding of the power of music in human life. Music already works for us on so many levels, whether it's soothing and teaching our infants, bringing people and communities together, adding spirit to our work and personal endeavours. But there is no reason to stop here. We can, and we should, go further. Of course, this is not a new idea. Our inspiration goes right back to ancient Greece, where there were two schools of thought as to how music might aid the human condition. Music to them was an important component of both physical and mental harmony. Their relationship was embodied by the creation of the god Apollo, who you see here, whose functions include the musical and the healing arts. Aristotle believed that daily singing was vital to achieving emotional stability, as it allows catharsis and the release of otherwise unhealthy internal feelings. Plato stated that order and harmony could be restored to the soul by means of melody and rhythm. In other words, the psyche itself could be rebuilt by music. So whether it is from the viewpoint of Aristotle's belief in music's power to break through barriers, or Plato's belief in its power to ease our troubled states, both great philosophers didn't need any convincing of the power of music to support healing. It is important to note at this point that music is not a panacea, it is not a cure, and it is not a vitamin. Neither is music welcomed by all people, in all situations, at all times. However, music is portable, flexible, low cost, ultimately adaptable to the individual, and can involve anyone, since the basic production of music, singing, drumming, requires absolutely no specialist skills. Music is combinatory, meaning it can be applied alongside any other type of intervention or therapy that you can name. It has no known side effects. It brings community, identity, stimulation, memory, emotion, comfort, and belonging. There are so many areas of life, so many populations and places where music and well-being might contribute. For now, we have the following projects ongoing, though we are very happy and open to considering new ideas. We have a specialism related to music and memory, which was the topic of my TED Talk. Understanding how musical memory develops, why it can be so powerful, and how we can develop memory aids and supports based on answers to these questions. One exciting new project in this area is my collaboration with Kelly Jakubowski and the Eastman School of Music in New York. We're looking at the experience of perfect pitch, people with a so-called perfect musical memory. How can we learn about memory ability from these individuals and apply those lessons to support memory for everyone? For musicians, we have programs of research looking at well-being for their development. PhD student Larissa Padula Ribeiro de Fonseca is working with a children's symphony orchestra in Brazil and measuring the impacts of their musical activities on their general well-being and wider development. Michaela Corta's PhD work in the group will look at the experience of depression in training musicians and the current well-being provisions that are available in the UK. Finally, my wonderful colleagues at the Hochschule Luzern in Switzerland and I have projects underway looking at the effects of musician well-being in relation to the practice of critical review of their performances and the provision of practice spaces. A third group of projects for music and well-being focus on extraordinary life circumstances. These projects look at health-related challenges. And so far, we've been privileged to be able to have excellent working collaborations with our Sheffield colleagues in the Medical Humanities Group and the School of Health and Related Research. We hope for many more opportunities to create such networks within the university in the future. One of our projects in the region of health looks at the provision of music for well-being aims in hospital care, in particular with breast cancer patients who are attending Guy's and St Thomas's Hospital Trust in London. We also have collaboration with the Sleep and Cognition Laboratory at Lincoln and Goldsmiths University of London. Tabby Trahan is the lead researcher on this project, which explores how and why music may help us when we struggle with temporary insomnia. Finally, we were the very grateful recipients of a University of Sheffield funding award this year to begin a project looking at the provision of live music interventions for individuals who are living with dementia. This project runs in collaboration with Lost Chord, colleagues from nursing and midwifery, and is led by Jessica Kreitsch, the talented pianist from who you will hear soon. I will leave it to Helena Müller, our second speaker, the chief executive of Lost Chord, to tell you more about their exciting work with which we are so privileged and happy to be able to engage. As a final note to that last project, the dementia one, I am planning an application to the Arts and Humanities Research Council right now to build a network of people, academics, community members, practitioners, carers, anyone who's interested in discussing how music can help people to live well with dementia. If you are at all interested or know somebody who is, please do encourage them, or please do encourage me yourself directly to contact me through our website or one of our 2 email addresses. That is quite enough from me. That is the scope of well-being at present. We are only just beginning. We can't wait to see what the future holds.